Hi, welcome to Box on the Box, Rock and Celluloid, Bot Brack for short. Got a random review for you today, and it's Ratt's Dancing Undercover album, their third full album from 1986. Now, I would have reviewed this as a classic album inspection on my Edward Box Guitar Tuition page, but I neglected to do it for its 35th anniversary in 2021. So I've reviewed all the other Ratt albums, so I'm doing it this way. So when this album came out, it was big excitement for me, and I really loved it at the time. I tended to love most things I bought because I was at that age. As time's gone on, it's become my least favourite album of the era of 5 classic Ratt albums, so to speak. But it's still worth a delve into. It's still a classic lineup. Very short album, 34:55. But for those of you aware of Ratt's work, they always did short songs. There's only 2 songs over 4 minutes on this album. Produced by Beau Hill again, because that was the only producer they could agree on. So production-wise, the solos are a bit quiet on this, and the solos are a little more subdued. There's not the trade-offs between Robin Crosby and Ronald Martini, which is probably something I'd like to have heard. Guitar's got kind of more gain on it, but it's not as well produced or as good sounding as the previous 2 albums, Out of the Cellar and Invasion Privacy. It opens with Dance, which is a really great Ratt track. This has got a great slapback delay guitar part, really catchy chorus. Again, it's got that good Ratt structure. Ratt, Stephen Pearce always wrote, and the band always wrote really good verses, generally good pre-choruses, bridges, and so on. So they're not out of right songs. Dance is a great opener and sets things off well. The next two tracks, One Good Lover and Drive Me Crazy, are both good tracks. Not great for me, but good. Robin Crosby is key writer on both of these. One Good Lover's got a cool groove and a cool DeMartini solo. It's maybe just not as strong as it should be for a second track. Drive Me Crazy stands out a bit more because it's got a cool riff using tritones, flattened fifth. Robin Crosby is one of his solos on the album. He does another one on another track. So I really like that track, just, I don't love it. The last 2 tracks on the original vinyl side, One is Slip of the Lip. This has got a great groove, fantastic DeMartini solo. This is a really top Ratt track, and I would probably play this live a lot, as I would the last track on solo and Body Talk. So I think this is in the key of F sharp, don't quote me. But you can really hear them attacking it, maybe with downstrokes. It's got really punchy riffing, and it's got a really cool 12-string tracked intro, great guitar solo by DeMartini, loads of energy, this was used on the soundtrack of The Golden Child, the Eddie Murphy film. Really good. So side 1's got 3 really top tracks and 2 solid tracks. So side 2's where things tail off a bit. And this is one of the issues with Ratt moving forward from the Out of the Cellar album. Even on Invasion, the quality could just slip a little, and this became a more prevalent thing on this album. Open side 2, Looking for Love, which is one of the weaker tracks on the album. I think Robin Crosby does his other solo on this, which isn't great. You got 7th Avenue. This is one of my favourites on the album. It's got a slinky Aerosmith style riff and a great DeMartini solo. There's a bit where he kind of slides into an overtone of a harmonic, and it's really exciting. You got It Doesn't Matter, which has a similar riff, staccato sort of riff to Looking for Love, so it's kind of a bit samey. So those are the 2, again, along with Looking for Love, it's a weaker track. Then you got Take a Chance, which has got a slinky groove like Slip of the Lip. Bit similar, but I like it. And then the album finished with Enough Is Enough. It's a strong finisher. It's got a really cool clean intro, slight bit of distortion. When the riff comes in full on, it's got loads of power on the guitars, quite a nice solo, but it's catchy, really good. So it's a really good what's the word I'm looking for? Finishing track. The other finish is Sound. This is one of the first albums I heard where every track ran back to back. So somehow they managed to master it. Maybe they're using early digital, I don't know. But basically a track finishes, it literally goes into the next track it just ran through, which is quite interesting. I prefer a gap, but if you get a CD remaster, it does that. So my mark on this, I've kind of settled on a 7 out of 10 with this. I think when I was younger it was more like 8 or 9. But there's tracks that are really good. It's got 5 really corking tracks. It just didn't have quite the consistency for me of the previous 2 albums. So that's my random review of Ratt's Dancing Undercover. Remember to share and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. If you're interested in classic album inspections, head over to my Edward Boss Guitar Tuition channel. Thanks very much.